It's April 2022, and you know what that means? It's time to take a look at the March 2022 Sew Sample Box. I can't wait to dive in and see what's inside. Hey friends, welcome to my sewing room. My name is Becca, and in today's video, we're going to take a look at all of the items that are inside the March 2022 Sew Sampler Box. This is a monthly sewing subscription box. It runs about $30 plus or minus a couple of bucks for shipping, and you can find all of the information for how to sign up in the first comment down below this video. As I'm going through all of the contents in the box, the best way for you to tell me you liked the content that you saw here is to give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Let's take a peek overhead and see what this month's theme is. Here's the box. We're going to cut the tape. And the theme is water. It's a whole lot of words, and the first thing that comes to my mind is beach. On the back of this card, there's some coupon codes. There's actually two. There's one for a free quick press seam roller from Lori Holt. It's made out of wood. It's nice and sturdy with a purchase of $40 or more. Or you can use another code for 30% off of a vintage strawberry cutting mat. Really neat. You ready for your sneak peek? Pay attention. Boop. That's it. That's all you get. I feel like there's more stuff in this month's box than we've had in a while. All right, let's go through the items one at a time. I'm going to show you the notions first. So the first thing in the box is actually a trio of beauty products from Riley Blake. We have a little lip balm that is square shaped, and when you open it up, it's a ball. This is very reminiscent to me of those EOS lip balms. There doesn't seem to be a flavor. Actually, there is. It's very, very faint, and I can't pick up what it is, but it does kind of remind me a little bit of the beach. It feels great on my lips. We also have a little Riley Blake hand sanitizer. Mine is in the lemon twist scent. This is amazing, you guys. I got a couple of these in a previous box, not from Fat Quarter Shop. I'm not sure where I got it from. And I keep one in the bottom of my bag and I'm about out. So I'm really happy to get this. This little hand sanitizer bottle is super cute. It's flat, it's very versatile, very portable, and you just spritz the top so you can spray your hand with some hand sanitizer, rub it in, let your hand dry. And it's got all these quilt blocks on it. So for me, I think it's super cute. My only struggle with this is it's not refillable. I would love to just grab some hand sanitizer and put it down in this when it's emptied. So I'm really happy to have another one since the other two are just about gone. And then the third thing that we have is a little lotion or hand cream. This is in the Coconut Dreams scent, and it's got some really pretty quilt blocks on it. And it smells, oh, it doesn't really smell like coconut. It kind of reminds me a little bit more of just like a beachy scent, more like salt water combined with sand, combined with suntan lotion kind of, but very faint. And maybe that's because it's mixing with the lip balm. Let's test it out on my hand and see how it feels. So I'm just going to squirt a little bit in there. It feels like my hands are nicely moisturized without leaving them feeling like there's a film sitting on top of them. I like this. This is a good hand cream. I would recommend it. So these three items, which are not really quilty related, but they do have quilty designs on them, and they are from Riley Blake, retail for $6.96. We do have a notion that we can use in our sewing room, and this is the 2-in-1 Happy Matte Self-Cleaning Silicone Brush. And it says that you can use this item to clean your cutting mats by running either the ledge over your cutting mat or the bristles over your cutting mat, and it should pick up any loose fuzz, stray threads, or extra little teeny pieces of fabric or batting that might be in your mat. It should be able to give it a good cleaning. But I have also noticed that I can do the same thing with my pressing pads, and it will gather loose fibers or threads that might be on my wool pressing mat. Now, I will say probably won't use this on my wool mat too much because I feel like over time it could really take away the wool from the felted wool mat. But if there's a lot of buildup of lint and stray threads, this might actually help. Maybe I would use more of the straight edge when I'm doing that It'll gather them all into a single place for me to pick up and discard. This handy notion retails for $8.98. And the nice thing is, because it is a silicone brush, I can just clean it really easily under some tap water. The folks at SEWBECCA have done it again. They have made another foundation paper pad to put together a common quilt block. This is a great way to make sure that your blocks are perfectly accurate, as well as try your hand at foundation paper piecing to see if you like what you're doing. What better way to start foundation paper piecing than to build a quilt block that you're already familiar with, or maybe you could piece on your own. This pad of paper is super convenient. It makes 6-inch finished blocks using scraps and 10-inch squares. And inside of here, there are several sheets of paper that are all exactly the same. And you're going to use this to build your block from the back side. And don't worry, if you have never done this before, Fat Quarter Shop has a tutorial video for you, which I will link in the first comment down below this video. So make sure to check that out if this is something you want to give a try. Oh yeah, and by the way, this retails for $7.98. We are coming to a close for our Bright Side Quilt Along, and I still have only done blocks 1 through 4. Eventually I'll get them caught up. We have 2 recipe cards this month, one for block 12 for our Bright Side Quilt Along, and one for the finishing setting for our Bright Side Quilt Along. Both of these retail for $4.98 a piece. Next month in April 2022, they're going to start a whole nother sew along, but the Bright Side Quilt Along ends in March 2022. Take a look at these down here. Block number 12 is going to look like this, and the whole quilt layout is going to look like that. So you're going to put all of your 12 blocks in this setting with some fabrics around it, and it's going to be an absolutely lovely quilt. These are patterns that you can buy in Fat Quarter Shop's website. So even if you're not a Sew Sampler member and you want to do the sew along, keep in mind that sew along is not exclusive to the Sew Sampler box. You can spend just $4.98 per pattern card. So there will be 13 altogether, 12 blocks plus the finishing pattern, and you'll be able to do this right alongside with any of your friends who do get the Sew Sampler box. That, of course, takes us to our pattern, which is unfortunately exclusive to the Sew Sampler box, which means if you don't get the box, you don't get the pattern. The pattern this month is called Wipeout. This would be a $9.98 retail value, but you can't buy it anywhere, so it's really exclusive. Take a look down here. This quilt is just absolutely gorgeous, and you're going to use those snail trail blocks to put these blocks together. The finished quilt will be a tabletop or a wall hanging measuring at 30.5 inches by 30.5 inches. And all you're really going to need is the fabric that they gave you, plus a yard of background, 5/8 yard for your border, a half yard for binding, and then of course your backing and batting. Our fabric this month features a junior layer cake, which is 20 or 21 10-inch squares of fabric from a curated line. This month we have the Sea and Me by Stacy Istiu. Take a look down here. These colors are just absolutely beautiful. This is a fabric line that I really enjoy looking at. I love all things beach, sea, marine life themes, so this is definitely speaking to me. This junior layer cake retails for $18.98, and I cannot wait to put it to good use. In fact, I feel like that snail trail block for this pattern is a great use of this fabric. It looks like ocean waves, and I can imagine this put together with some very pretty kind of like swirl quilting on it that looks like ocean waves. Just carry that theme throughout the whole thing. It'd be gorgeous. Will I actually have time to do it before I get my April box? Probably not, but I can put it on my shelf and dig into it when I have some time available. That's everything for the Sew Sampler box for March 2022. Overall, I am quite impressed. I am glad to finally have all of my patterns to the Bright Side Quilt Along. Now I just got to find some time to put those blocks together. Thank you so much for diving into the box with me, guys. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and check out that tutorial video in the first comment down below. I'll see you guys all real soon. Bye. This is a monthly sewing and subscribe. Oh, I almost got it up my nose.